Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video just opened up and turned on a brand new Bitmain Antminer KA3. This is the infamous Kadena miner. I just got this in from mineshop.eu. Guntis, my friend, thank you so much for them, guys. Go check them out. This is where this Bitmain KA3 came from if you are interested in mining Kadena. So throughout this video, I wanted to not only set this up, but I also wanted to talk about my, I guess, history regarding Kadena. And I have mined Kadena previously, in previous history, past couple of years. And there was a certain time when, you know, mining Kadena would have made me a millionaire if I just simply held it all and waited for the perfect time to sell it when it was, you know, price appreciating to $22, $25 or something crazy like that. Now, here we are today, middle of January of 2024, and I am now mining Kadena with one of these big boy ASIC miners, the KA3 166 terahash model. So this is quite the monster, and currently it is profitable for those that care about profitability at about $8.44 at 11-cent kilowatt hour. So this is my current electrical rate at this location, and this is how much it currently makes. But one thing to note, which is pretty sad to think about, is all the other Kadena ASIC miners that have been out previously have not been profitable. So, you know, I guess there's a lot of history regarding Kadena mining, and I guess a lot of people who have bought, you know, depending on which model you bought in previous history, maybe the gold shell models, you may have not mined your money back yet. But I have one here where I'm gonna keep track of all the Kadena that this is mining. I'm gonna be mining and holding all the Kadena with this, and we're gonna see how long it takes to break even on about, let's just say $4,000 USD for a Bitmain Antminer KA3. All right, so it's January 17th. I'm going to keep track of all the Kadena that this is going to mine up until we hit at least break even. I will include the electric as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and set this up. It's currently not mining. I need to put in my address and such. Okay, so let me do that, and then we'll see what the power consumption is. Okay, it's mining now. Only taking about 3,100 watts. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's actually not that loud either, but of course my ambient temps right now, it's not that hot right now, and it just snowed outside actually, so generally cool. Less than 3,100 watts now. It's fluctuating a bit, but here it is. Here's the web GUI. I also did do a Bitmain firmware update. There was a kind of a newish firmware as of October 2023, and so it did update the number here. It was, I think, February or January 2023 before. I'll have it on the screen there, but yeah, looks like it's all good. It's mining away, and here are the hash boards. It says 92 chips per hash board, and looks like I got some hardware errors, but that's pretty common when it first starts mining, and then generally levels off when it starts, you know, to heat up a bit. And it showed up on the pool just fine. Okay, it's just ramping up now. On Pool Flare, I have decided to mine on Pool Flare, and we're just gonna let it go. I was gonna like try like some other pool, like DX Pool, much lower hash rate, but I need an account. So I'm doing like kind of like anonymous mining on Pool Flare, as I just need the Kadena address. But yeah, it's mining away successfully. Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, I want to go into the computer now and just talk about future prospects regarding, I guess, mining with this right now, and in my case, and you know, how long could I, you know, in theory, potentially break even on this, especially if we are in the precipice of the bull run, or not. Who knows? Who knows? But if I'm mining and accumulating now and waiting for that price appreciation, I mean, who knows? But let's go look at some data currently. Kadena hash rate, price, and also talk about my previous history a bit regarding mining Kadena. All right, I'll see you guys in the computer. Okay guys, I'm gonna go through my history regarding how Kadena almost made me a millionaire. I already did a video about that. Most of you guys probably have seen that already. But also, I'm gonna go through, talk about, price history regarding Kadena, as well as potential for mining Kadena, of course, gotta talk about that, but also the risks of mining Kadena, the current network hash rate, which has gone up considerably over the past like month here. We're gonna talk about that, as well as, how many KA3s could have turned on, okay, potentially. And as well, I'm going to show you guys my KA3 on the mining pool. It's already been mining for the past like 3 or 4 days here. I will show you my payouts and also talk about the current profitability. It was about $8 before I recorded this video a couple days ago, and now a couple days later, it's like in half. But that's going to correlate with the price and, of course, the difficulty of Kadena, which has gone up considerably, which we will talk about as we go along in this video. So for anyone that's Kadena mining, let's go, guys. All right, so I this is hard pressed for me to talk about this because I royally screwed up. I didn't follow my plan of normally mining and holding. And I was, okay, let's start from the beginning regarding, mining Kadena for me. So I was one of the first people to receive the IB-Link BMK1. I think this was in November of 2020, I believe. Yes, November-ish of 2020. And this ASIC miner, okay, IB-Link, was extremely profitable, okay? Of course, but that was during when Kadena mining was also, during that time. This is when Kadena was hitting up like what, $20 or something like that. Okay. At the peak, all-time high, I think is like 26, 25 or $28. So yeah, as I was recording this video, right? Of course, it went up a little bit higher after that. But I was this miner back then. I did make a video regarding breaking even on this IB-Link BMK1, and it was back. Okay, no, sorry. I received the first batch of the IB-Link BMK1 December 9th of 2020. The cost of that miner at the time was $37.50. Okay, then I was able to essentially break even on it on February 15th, 2021. Pretty much 69 days later, or 2 months and 9 days. All right, it's mined about 95.38 Kadena. Okay, and I calculated the electrical cost, which, the past 69 days would be about roughly 110, 120 bucks. And add that together, and the profit, no loss, no profit. It was just break even. At that time, a bag that I held, okay, I was doing the mining and holding method, was around $3,800, $3,900. Okay, so I essentially got my money back if I sold. Okay, this is just in that part in the beginning. But as time went on, okay, obviously as months went on, I was mining and gathering more Kadena with this miner, right, over previous pre all-time high of Kadena, which was what, 28 or something, around November 8th, between November 8th and November 15th. Okay, Kadena went up to peak $28 all-time high with a market cap of what, 3.5 billion or something like that. So just a crazy time. Okay, that was in November of 2021, so much later. Okay, but as I was mining along throughout that year 2021, I mined more, the initial $9,000 after 69 days. So as I kept mining with that thing, granted, it did die. Okay, the power supply died on it like, I think 6, 7, 8 months later. But in total, I mined 38,000 Kadena, okay? And if I held onto all of that, all right, it would have been worth almost $809,000 US. And if that was in Canadian, that would be over $1 million Canadian. If I held it and sold it at, of course, the all-time high, or this all-time high, $21, $25 or something like that. So very interesting, right? Very interesting to look back at this and just cry myself to sleep here regarding this failed, point for me in time where I should have just held it, and of course could have been a millionaire. But of course, I sold it like when it was way down in the dumps. When let's see, Kadena was way down here, like way previous times. Like Kadena wasn't even like like 20 cents, 17 cents or something like that. So bet on me, right? Terrible on me. But here we are today, okay? About 3 years later. 3 years later, I now have a KA3, okay? These models have been out for a while now, but now I guess the yield of how much I'm mining, okay, is about 12.7 Kadena a day. I can show you specifically on Poolflare. So here's the KA3 worker right now, and past 24 hours, I've been getting about 13.8, and I've been total paid 64 so far. Okay, I'm mining to just external wallet here, and so yeah, it's been going good. I'm gonna keep track of this. I'll give you guys like a month update or two, and go from there. But my idea with this, because this, I'm gonna see how long it'll take to break even on a $4,000 KA3. Okay, including electric. We'll also include electric as time goes on. Okay, so about 3,700 for the 3,700 US for the KA3 on mineshop.eu, link down below if you guys are interested in Kadena, but understand the risks here. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about some food for thoughts for if you believe in Kadena. Okay, here's where it comes down to regarding buying, an ASIC for Kadena right now, and especially if you are playing around with, with the potential of, huge price appreciation regarding Kadena, then you're obviously going to believe in that. And, when Bitcoin goes up, generally a lot of altcoins go up. But who knows if Kadena will go up to all-time high or not. That's the risk you're willing to take if you are going to be investing in, ASIC miners, such as a KA3. Will Kadena go back up to, previous all-time high of, let's see, $28.25? Who knows? Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball, but that's the risk you're willing to take if you are going to buy one yourself. And if the bull run comes around, if we're on the precipice of the bull run, then there's potential that there could be a huge market making event here on Kadena. Who knows, right? There could be the volume, liquidity starts coming back as Bitcoin comes back. A lot of the exchanges, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but it's potential, right? There's potential for it. And it goes back to if Kadena will go back to its previous market cap, which was over $3 billion. And right now the current market cap of Kadena is $266 million. So, I mean, in order to go back to previous all-time high, plus, we've had a lot more of the supply that has come on, right? On Kadena right now, we're at almost 260 million Kadena. So we're about 26% of the circulating supply on total 1 billion Kadena max supply. Okay, so it's interesting. It's interesting. Kadena has played out in which, if you were mining Kadena, especially when those KA3s came out, this massive amount of hash rate from February 5th, all right, 2023, like 200 petahash, all the way to 526 petahash. I think we calculated, okay, we can do some quick math here. Okay, so 166 terahash KA3. It's about 0.166 of a petahash. So if I got the calculator out here, what if I just went, let's see, so let's just compare here. So from 200 to 526 petahash. Let's just put 320 petahash divided by 0.166. So this is going to give us almost, I'm going to say 1,500 of these KA3s have come online, right, during that time, February to March of 2023. Here we are today. I received my KA3 just a week ago, okay, and the network hash rate is now roughly about 650 petahash. That's a lot. That is a lot. So this rise up here, you see this massive rise from 450 petahash, okay, from December 2021, December 21st, 2023, all the way up until, as of recording this video, January 20th. Okay, it's now 645. So I'm saying this is a good 100 petahash. So let's just go back to the calculator. Okay, 100 petahash divided by 0.166 of a single KA3. This is going to give us the potential number of 602 KA3s potentially have been shipped out over the course of a month here, pretty much the month as I'm calculating this, that have been sold and sent out to customers who have bought these KA3s, okay, 600 of these units. So I have one myself, right? So I'm probably in this, right? Obviously the hash rate has gone up a lot, like over 100 petahash. But granted, okay, now this is where the risk here, it ties into when someone's buying one of these things. Now, I don't really know, depending on people's financial situation, your mining strategy. I mean, this thing pulls 3,200 watts. So if you're paying that out of pocket, that's a pretty big chunk of change that you're going to be paying for this out of pocket, especially if you're going to be mining and holding all this, the Kadena, which is, I mean, the yield, if you were to compare it before, I'm getting much less, right? Because the network has grown much more. But this 12 or 13 Kadena that I'm earning, okay, the whole idea behind mining and holding with this, okay, and I'm not trying to push this on anybody, but this is the pretty much the mining strategy where it comes to when everyone thinks about with mining here, especially with any type of hardware. It's not just ASICs, but like GP mining, ASIC mining, CP mining, if you're doing the mining and hold strategy. But anyways, so that, 13 Kadena that I'm mining a day, right now it's giving me about what, $13, a dollar. If we times it by 1.03, that's about $13, okay, a day. That's before electric. All right, this number here is, after 11 cent kilowatt hour on mine, the ASIC here. So I'm after my 11 cent kilowatt hour, earning about $4.86 if I sold, for power, right? But free electric, since I'm holding it, we're just going to calculate it like this, okay? So I'm earning $13 roughly in Kadena a day on this thing. Who knows if the network hash rate is going to keep climbing. I don't know how many more units Bitmain has manufactured, okay? So if we calculated roughly 600 of these over the past month, and they've been shipped out over the past month, I'm going to assume there's going to be like maybe another 400 more that, suppliers, e-tailers, companies like Miner Bros, Coin Mine Central, whoever, mineshop.eu, they're going to be selling these. So who knows how many more that they have on hand. That's going to raise the difficulty in the hash rate for Kadena. But it all comes down to as well the price of Kadena. Okay, the price of Kadena has been, over the course of the month, it was decent, right? At one point it was $1.50 beginning of January, right? $1.57, and now here we are 20 days later, it's $1.02, $1.03. So the price volatility for Kadena has been pretty volatile, but I mean that's going to go along with Bitcoin in my opinion. So yeah, but going back here, okay, so this is where the speculation comes in, right? So all the Kadena that I'm mining and holding right now, which is about $13 Kadena a day, which is going lower as the network hash rate rises, but just talking theoretical here, okay? What if the 13 Kadena that we're mining roughly a day, if I times that by, let's say if Kadena went up to previous all-time high, okay, let's just say previous all-time high, which was 28.25. So not saying it's going to go there, but this is just a theoretical thing here. It would be like, okay, if I was mining Kadena right now and I'm holding it, okay, and I'm waiting for Kadena to go up to previous all-time high, it would be like I'm mining $367 a day. That's if Kadena went up to previous all-time high. That's how I look at it. And that's why I'm just mining and holding, because I believe, it's proven. I've proved this many times on many videos, many different models of ASICs out there, that holding and breaking even has been more lucrative than just selling every day. I've proven this already many times. It's a no-brainer, because during those times when you're mining and holding, you're just waiting for the price to appreciate, and then it happens. But anyways, going back to this, okay, so $367 a day. That's how I look at it. So if for the next month here times 30, 30 days a month, that could very well turn into 11 grand a month. All right. If I held on and all the mined Kadena I've been mining for the next month turns out to be roughly, times 30, 13 times 30 days. Let's just say, as the network hash rate rises, let's just say 350 Kadena. Okay. In the next month, I'll maybe mine 350 Kadena on this thing. Rewards past 24 hours, 13.8. So that's the potential here. Okay. I'm not saying this is going to happen. All right. But this is the the investment strategy, or the I guess the mining strategy that a lot of people take in order to get that break even or, make that money. So in a sense, I'm not trying to like put this in people's heads here, but in previous history, this has happened many times for different coins. It's not just Kadena. And I'm not saying Kadena is going to be the coin that's going to do that. Maybe it won't ever go up. Kadena may never go up again. It may just keep going to zero, right? That's the risk. That's the potential. We just don't know. But are you willing to buy a $3,700 ASIC right now, mine 3,100 watts a day on this thing, and accumulate the Kadena in hopes that it could potentially go up and price appreciate again? If I mine that 350 Kadena in this next month here, like I said, I can do an update video. If it went to $28, okay, just doing theoretical here. I mean, in the future, if that does happen, then I should, in theory, really break even on this in less than, if my initial investment was $4,000. I mean, it should be less than like 15 days, like 195 times $28. Like with electric, this $4,000 investment plus the electric I'm using, it could be that I could break even on this in less than 10, 15 days, in theory. Okay, if Kadena went up to previous all-time high. Okay, that's how I'm doing the calculation here. It's just speculation, of course. I know it sounds nice as I'm talking about it. Is it gonna do it or not? Who knows? That's why I am here to document if this is going to work out or not. I've done these types of tests many times on my channel. I'm still doing a lot of tests right now. Some ASICs, can break even within a couple months. Some ASICs take 2 to 3 years to break even. Some probably don't break even at all. The timing of buying these things, especially like a KA3, for instance, I mean, it's going to stem from if Kadena is going to have massive price appreciation again. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense on how I'm like kind of portraying this. It is a huge risk in a sense. Okay, buying ASICs, it is a big risk. The Bitmain KA3 though is a monster. If we're talking about comparing it to other Kadena ASICs out there, the KA3 is king. When it comes to efficiency, this thing is extremely efficient, right? If we compare, the next ones would be IB-Link BMK3, personally, which I have, but it's 2 times worse in efficiency than the KA3. Even so, if we're comparing it to like profitability, right, the IB-Link BMK3 is not profitable at my 11-cent kilowatt hour. Like, this thing is losing like $3 a day. So at that point, then, if you believe in Kadena, then you would just buy it in a sense. Do I have my BMK3 on right now? No, it's not on. So there are a lot of risks here if you are to buy into something like this. But I think the biggest thing here is going to be if you believe Kadena is going to go up again. Okay, this project, personally, the development, I haven't kept up with it. I don't really know what's going on. So that's what's, stuff that you'll have to do your own research about. But I mean, that's going to go along with any type of other proof of work project, any ASIC that you decide to buy. The same idea applies. You're gonna be looking at, the network hash rate. You're gonna be looking at the price history. You're gonna look at the market caps. You're gonna look at, how many people are mining this coin. All this stuff, all the different variables is going to matter to pretty much help you decide whether or not you are gonna get into, mining a coin like Kadena. Or buy a K3. I mean, there's a lot more to it as well. The history regarding mining Kadena, it has, the KA3s came out right during this time, February 2023. Add another 300 petahash. 2,000, 1,500 of them went on the network and just wiped out all these other ASIC models. Gold Shell could not compete because they're simply not efficient enough. And it's a sad reality regarding these. And Bitmain just comes out of the woodworks and just destroys everybody with their KA3 model, which is the most efficient. But guys, I am going to continue on with this test. I'm going to hold this Kadena, and when that time comes, I will let you guys know. And if that time comes and I make more than what the miner's worth, then I can give this away. Right? Why not? There could be a chance, right? If and when Kadena could potentially go up to $28 or whatever new all-time high, who knows, right? Around these times, 22, 18, $25, whatever. The KA3 will be a very profitable miner, okay? I mean, I'm not saying, it's going to depend on the network hash rate, how many more of these miners are going to be on. But, just looking at previous history, when Kadena was like, $20, the KD5 was making $447. Granted, did that last long? No, it didn't last long because the network hash rate for Kadena during this time, it rose up within the next, like month or two. Okay, and plus the same thing, the price of Kadena was slowly going down as actually, especially during this time here. Okay, 2023, it was when these started coming on. Let's see here, February 2023. Okay, so it was pretty much right down here. All right, when Kadena was like $1.15, and it just went down. That kept going down, but I mean, that was with the Bitcoin market. Bitcoin was also going down during these times as well. But yeah, there was a lot of selling pressure going down, and here we are today. Okay, if this chart is going to, you know, mimic other proof of work coins, a little bit older, you know, more history type of OG proof of work coins that have these, you know, highs and lows, very high, you know, price jumps here, especially during the bull runs, then time will tell if that'll happen or not. Okay, my friends, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you again to mineshop.eu. Guntis, my friend, if you're watching this, man, thank you so much. I will do this test for you guys, keep track, and we'll see if the $4,000, you know, $3,700 investment will get its money back in the future. I will keep you guys updated. Okay, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. If it's going to make me a millionaire, I would love that. I'll keep you guys updated. Have a good one. Peace out.